crew of Providence had an exciting time spending their first Christmas in Corpus Christi as liveaboards. It was a change from the harsh winters they had spent for the past many years in Minnesota. The weather allowed us to wear shorts and t-shirts during the annual Marina Boat Parade. Many of these boats displayed their beautiful Christmas lights throughout the month for onlookers to come see. But with the holiday season over, it was time to take down the lights and put back up the sails. We've adjusted to liveaboard life over the past few months. The marina is like any other neighborhood. Some liveaboards you see all the time, summer weekends you only see occasionally. All this with the comforts the marina provides, like shore power, city water, restroom facilities, restaurants nearby, even solid ground. With Sean and Risa starting new jobs in December while the lights were up, it was quite a hectic month. We got an unexpected break when we were informed our work was shutting down for a week for renovations, so we started planning our next sailing day. Although we had taken a few short sails in the bay, always inside of the marina, we wanted to go further. Beyond the side of the marina, outside our comforts of land, test our knowledge of sailing a little more, and see something we haven't seen before. So we decided we'd go across the bay, up the shipping channel, to the Gulf of Mexico, 21 miles. Now for all you experienced sailors, feel free to laugh at our inexperience. For all you land lovers, here's a start to our sailing ventures and learning process. As you can see on this chart, our plan was to sail the 10 miles across the bay to the narrows of the shipping channel, then motor 11 miles to the Gulf. At an average sail of 4 knots and a motoring speed of 5 knots, we expected to be in the Gulf mid-afternoon. That didn't happen. Here's where our inexperience and unpredictable weather throws a wrench in our plans. This chart shows the sail points, but notice the top area of no sailing possible. This is what sailors refer to as the irons. Sailing directly into wind is not possible. You almost always sail at an angle to the wind, for the exception when you're sailing downwind, which is called running. That's not always the best way either. I won't get into that. So back to the weather. We monitored wind predictions for the few days before our sail. It was expected to be out of the northeast, which would have put us sailing port tack on a close haul or close reach. But we did not check the weather the morning we left. The winds had shifted to the east, so our initial plan to sail the 10 miles across the bay became more complicated than planned. Now, as you can see from the points of sail chart, what we were up against. So here's a chart of the bay again. As I said before, it wasn't as easy of a sail as we predicted. Sailing can be more challenging than just getting the sails up and traveling from point A to point B. Because the wind shifted up more from the east, we had to tack across the wind to cross the bay. In hindsight, we would have made better time motoring straight across, but we were on a sailboat and we wanted to sail. Unfortunately, that cost us time in the Gulf to sail later in the day. Here's a chart plotter of a record of our sail across the bay. 10 miles across became more like 20 sailing at angles. Making it to the Gulf and the sun setting on us, we decided to motor halfway down the channel and find a nice little cove to anchor for the night, cook dinner and get sleep, ready for the next day back. After waking up the next morning and pulling anchor, we headed down the channel. We were greeted by the Coast Guard. They were escorting a large liquid natural gas tanker here. Smaller boat you'll see actually had a machine gun on it. We were told to stay clear of the tanker. It was a little interesting. All in all, it was a great trip. Our sail out and our sail back. Our sail back actually took half the time of going out. We were pulling 5 to 7 knots sailing.